Thank you. But now it's time to learn about what they do as well. So let's welcome Angeela onto the stage.
Hi, good afternoon, everyone. I'll just briefly be talking about what Project Humane Nepal is all about and how our humane education program that we initiated just 2 years ago has really impacted the attitude and behavior of children towards animals, particularly stray dogs as well as pet dogs. So our main goal is to really educate children about compassion, to have compassion and empathy towards animals. We really aim to foster positive attitudes among children towards these animals and really empower them that they can make positive changes in the lives of animals around them. And we do this by conducting humane education classes and workshops at different schools as well as orphanages. And we educate children about various animal welfare issues, from we talk to kids about the situation of street dogs in the country and how the kids can really go about solving the problem. We also talk to little kids about dog bite prevention, their body language, to topics like very sensitive topics such as religious sacrifice, animals in captivity zoos, so a lot of animal welfare topics. And we usually do one-time presentations. And we do our presentations last from, let's say, 45 minutes to an hour and a half, depending on the age group that we're teaching. And we usually do PowerPoint presentations. However, we try to make it very fun and also very meaningful. So we use different tactics and strategies while teaching. Like, we have a lot of visuals in the slides. We use a lot of videos. And we really involve the kids, we really engage them and have we do a lot of reflection activities to ensure that they've learned and they've gained knowledge, and just to compare their knowledge before and after. And these are the evidence. So it's just been amazing that just through one class, just through one-time visit class and just in our class, we've really been able to change the attitude and mentality of a lot of children towards particularly stray dogs. And these are some of the qualitative assessments that we use. So we ask the children to write their thoughts about street dogs before the class, and those are the responses that we get usually. So most of the kids are very negative, majority of them. So a lot of kids complain about street dogs being very aggressive and noisy and disgusting and dirty. There are also a few kids who write that they feel very helpless and sad when they see stray dogs and don't know what to do. And there are a couple of students who do write positive things about dogs. And after the workshop, the after little sticky notes awards, we get a lot of positive feedback and a lot of positive opinions from the kids. So after just one intervention, that's just an hour, most of the kids write. They have their opinions changed, and the kids are very positive, and some of them feel guilty, and a lot of kids say that even though they cannot change the lives of thousands of street dogs, they can just start with one dog in the neighborhood. And a lot of kids say that they're going to feed dogs, they're not going to chain their dogs anymore, and a lot of positive reviews. And if you look at the research done in the area of humane education, it says that more than just one-time education classes, if you do repeated interventions like have repeated class visits, they're meant to be more effective in bringing about not just change in attitude, but also change in the behavior of kids. So we also came up with a project, with a sort of a long-term, week-long project. And we included a lot of components from the one-time presentations that we do, but we also added a few components, such as we took them for a shelter visit, and we took them to a local shelter that's run by Kate and Doug. I'm sitting on the second row. And we had kids to interact with the dogs there, and it was such an eye-opening experience for them, because a lot of dogs, a lot of children in Nepal, they don't really know how a dog shelter runs or what a dog shelter is all about. So it was really a new experience for them. And it was during this week-long education workshop that we did where we were really able to evidence a lot of changes, not just in their attitude, but a lot of changes in their behavior too. But just the main limitation that I saw was we were not, however, able to quantify the behavioral changes that we saw in kids, and we plan to do that in the future in our future projects. But some of the behavioral changes that we evidenced was one of the kids who actually participated in the week-long workshop, she ended up adopting a dog from the shelter, a stray dog, and this is not a common thing here in Nepal. Also, a lot of kids, this kid that you see in the first slide, Arani, she was very, very scared of dogs initially before we started the class, and very scared to even pet the dog. But yeah, like you can see in the picture, she was very comfortable around dogs towards the end, and she was very comfortable being around dogs. So these are some of the behavioral changes that we saw in kids, and not just that, but we've had parents message us onto our website saying their kids have started putting bowls of water for birds up in the terrace and bowls of water for dogs and cats and cows outside their gate. And we've even had students that we talked 2 years ago write to us saying, we've now graduated and we now want to work for your project and work for the animals, hire us, or let us volunteer. So these are small changes, but some of the really impactful behavior changes that we've seen in the kids that we've taught. So lastly, I just would like to end saying humane education really works and does wonders. But it's not just about teaching, but it's about how you teach, how you educate kids, and what strategies and tactics you use. One major element I feel that's really impactful is being passionate about the cause. If you're really passionate about the cause that you're working for, it reflects when you teach the kids, and it really motivates and inspires the kids to work for the cause as well. So yeah, that's what we've been doing for the last 2 years, a very small team. And if you've got any questions or if you would like to know more about our project, we've got our website, which is projecthumanenepal.org, and we're present on all the social media channels. And that's my personal email address if you would like to get in touch with me. And like Natasha said, we've also got a stall downstairs in the exhibition booth if you'd like to know more about our program. And we're selling a lot of cool cat and dog themed merchandise. It's a fundraiser, so please do swing by. And lastly, by the way, that's my dog. That's my handsome dog, Raju. We adopted him just 2 years ago, and he's one of the reasons behind the existence of Project Humane Nepal. Thank you so much for listening.